This is Sophie. She's a freelance artist. When she was 22, her world was turned upside down.
4 years ago, I was just out of uni and I had a little job at a school. And I used to run back down the hill to catch my bus. And then I noticed a sort of twinge in my leg. And that got slowly worse and worse until the point where it was really uncomfortable for me to run. So that's when I decided I should go to the GP. The GP said, "You're only young, it will probably go away, it's probably just a muscle you've pulled." And they gave me some ibuprofen and then it didn't go away.
After a few more visits to the doctor, Sophie was referred for a course of physio, which also had little impact.
They said, "You've reacted okay to the physio, but not as much as we'd expect for someone of your age." So then they said, "We've referred you to go and get an MRI done just to check in case it's something more severe like a slip disc."
While at her father's graduation, Sophie received a call from her physio asking her to come in as soon as she could.
They showed me and my mum the MRI scan, said it was really unusual. Definitely wasn't a slip disc. It was a growth, but they weren't sure what kind.
Sophie was referred to the National Hospital for Neurology and Neurosurgery in London, a specialist centre for diseases of the brain, spine and nervous system. The high level of care they provide is enhanced by a brilliant charity called the National Brain Appeal. At the hospital, Sophie was diagnosed with a myxopapillary ependymoma, a slow-growing tumour in her spine.
It was a shock, I think. I was quite relieved that I was referred to the National, and I'm sure that they would do something about what it was.
The surgeon explained to Sophie there was a small chance an operation could cause paralysis. But Sophie decided to take the risk, as she knew that the tumour itself could eventually paralyse her.
So the operation was about 5 hours. It went really well. The whole tumour had been taken out, which was fantastic. The National was wonderful, really, because you go in, you see someone that really knows what they're talking about. They did everything they could to make me comfortable. The nurses, they're only a button away, and then the surgeons take time to come and see that how you're recovering, so it was really lovely atmosphere, actually.
Sophie made a full recovery and is getting on with her life as an artist. Her experience at the National was so positive she wanted to give something back, and she started raising money for the hospital's charity, the National Brain Appeal.
So I started something called a paint-a-thon, because I'm much better at that than I am at running. So I went down to the National Hospital. They set me up a little stall in the reception of the hospital. Patients came down to see me, which was really lovely.
If you've been inspired by Sophie, you can donate to the National Brain Appeal and help people like her make the best recovery possible. Thank you.